President, Dr. Peter P. Laurel, to the Vice President and Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Felipe Balia Jr., to the Assistant Vice President for Academics and Research, Dr. Kenny James P. Marin, to the Program Chair of the Medical Technology Department and the Dean of College of Health Sciences, my friend and a good mentor, Professor Jeremy J. Lara, to the Clinical Internship Coordinator, my former student, one of the most brilliant ones, Professor Neil Adrian Dacuda, to the dearest faculty, and of course I have a bias because most of them, I know them so well. Few of them, sige. Later I will give a description of each one of you. Dear clinical instructors, dear parents, and of course, to the victorious 22, soon to be RMT by 2024. Nakabahan ba kayo doon? Sige. Our dear interns, our fourth-year students, a wonderful afternoon. Your theme for this year is staying ahead of the curve. And like any other researches, of course, it has the definition of terms. So I will define to you what is the curve all about. The curve is represented by the current academic standards set by the institution or the career pathway depicted by the society. The curve primarily upholds the standards of excellence and assess one's ranking and accomplishments. With that in mind, we strive so hard to fit into this curve, right? Your dear internship coordinator will address a while ago your sleepless nights. So you really struggled so hard to be here today. Aside from your efforts, you also struggle spending much time. And of course, your parents also spend much money to sustain this inclusive status within such standard in order to keep up with the demands of time. Right, dear parents? Mahal ang investment natin, di ba, para sa kanila. So this afternoon, I want to leave an imprint on how to stay ahead of the curve. These are just simple terms. And I know that even without jotting down notes, you can remember and have a recall of these terms. Number one, for you to stay ahead of the curve, you must be able to, number one, establish the desire. Okay? Say it with me. Desire. Desire. It all begins with desire. A strong passion or longing for something. It's a spark that ignites our motivation and propels us forward. When we have genuine desire for a goal or a dream, it becomes a driving force that pushes us to take action and persevere, even in the face of challenges. Ultimately, having the desire established first aligns our actions with our passions and values, leading to a more purposeful and rewarding life. It encourages us to carefully consider the things we commit to, ensuring that they resonate with our hearts and contribute to our growth and happiness. So my question to you, dear interns, do you have that desire? Yes? I believe so, because you cannot be here at this moment without that desire that passion to wake up every day or to be on class on time? Okay? I have here other questions. Do you have the desire to excel? To pass the licensure exam next year? One day? To finish the internship program without extensions? So, you should have that burning desire, okay? And continue to have that one. Second one, for you to stay ahead of the curve, you must be able to commit or to have commitment. Desire alone is not enough. Commitment is the bridge between desire and your goal, your aspirations, or your achievements. It involves a dedicated person to pursue our aspirations wholeheartedly. Commitment requires discipline. I believe you have that. Consistency and the willingness to stay focused on the path even when distractions and obstacles arise. In our language as medical technologists, we need to have daily commitment to hitting the bullseye when doing the daily quality control. Can you still remember that? In your quality control and quality assurance topic in your clinical chemistry? Our steps should always be both accurate and precise. Because in the academic parlance, to jump off to the next level after today, and that is your graduation, staying ahead is always better than staying behind the curve. Okay? So, just have that commitment daily renewed. Number 3, understand the purpose. Our sense of purpose gives our desire and commitments deeper meaning and significance. It's the why behind what we do, our sense of direction and intention. When we have clear purpose, we are more resilient, and our actions align with our values, bringing a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. Not all the time you will feel good about the things that you have on hand. Some tasks may become so challenging and demanding on your part as students. When this happens, remember, you can always go back to your biggest why and recalibrate, reboot, and recharge yourself. So I think this afternoon, one of your biggest whys are seated at your back. You can have a glance on your parents seated at the back. Just imagine how they sacrifice their resources and of course invested time, all their hard work, okay, just to have you enrolled in the very prestigious institution. Back in 2004, after completing my pinning ceremony, this is one of the most unforgettable experiences as medical technology student. I underwent an internship, one-year internship program, and graduated in 2005. Following that, on the same year, I passed the board exam. And at that time, my peers and I had similar trajectories because we all reviewed, we see each other like what you're doing right now. That was the curve for me and my batchmates way back then. However, once we earned the RMT title, our paths diverged. Nagkahiwalay kami. Hindi pala lahat ng oras, yung katabi mo, kasama mo. Lalo na when you will become RMTs. Some of my classmates ventured into business. Others pursued careers in the government hospitals. others in private hospitals, and some went abroad. Some chose to pursue medicine and became doctors, while others dedicated themselves to their families. For me, my journey took a different turn as I discovered my passion for teaching and the joy of imparting knowledge in subjects made mention a while ago. It's really a joy to teach, to impart what I have. And witnessing my students flourish in life has been incredibly fulfilling. That's why I'm very happy to be here as well, seeing all of you, and to see my former students who are here with me right now. Aside from the fact that it's been a while that I have seen their faces, but I am so overjoyed to see them. And of course, my dear mentor as well. One of my favorite, my love for clinical chemistry, I had that from Sir Lara. And until now, in the practice, in the laboratory where I am affiliated right now, I still have that attitude practice or the laboratory practice, lalo na sa QC and QA. Medyo maingat ako dyan. In 2017, my husband and I, along with our college friends, decided to take a leap of faith and establish a freestanding laboratory. And that is the Genesis Multi-Specialty Clinic and Diagnostic Laboratory Corporation, which continues to operate successfully to this day. We survived the pandemic, praise God. We committed ourselves to achieving our goal as with my batchmates. We purposely decided to have this business venture for long-term retirement reasons, because we all agreed we cannot stay employees forever. We need to start our own. So I left the academe and started the business. Additionally, God also granted the desire to continue my teaching career. I thought it was the end when I left my former institution. But now, in a more different level, as a homeschool mom, a Sunday school teacher among preschool, and a church-related program instructor or teacher. New doors of opportunities also came to serve God by serving the people, and that's the community. So we have, I'm involved with community outreach programs and medical mission, which recently this year, we have our third phase. We will be having our third phase in Talainga, Davao del Norte for the Peace Caravan among the Atama Nobo tribes. Bottom line, when we go ahead of the curve, there is a point in time that we are all in the same page, like what you have now. But reality in life is eventually we will all have different curves to go ahead of us. Life is filled with unexpected twists and turns, ups and downs, victories and failures. But at the end of it all, we must remember that your curve might not be the same as mine, and mine as yours. It is specifically designed for you to travel. And as the verse teaches us, and I quote, God has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart, yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to the end. This is found in Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11. Let us constantly remind ourselves that there is always hope and a beautiful future waiting for all of you. Even though sometimes you don't see it, or we don't see it yet, sometimes things are not going according to our plans. Still, let us put our trust in the Lord that He is in full control for our goal, or for our good rather. Lastly, no matter what curve you take, always remember the powerful cycle I have made mention earlier, the 3. Desire fuels commitment. Commitment strengthens purpose, and purpose reinforces the desire. When these 3 elements work in harmony, they empower us to reach our full potential and live a purpose-driven life. Whether it's in our personal pursuits, academic endeavors, or professional aspirations. Having a strong desire, unwavering commitment, and a clear sense of purpose can lead to a profound growth and accomplishments, thereby making you stay ahead of the curve. So to all BMLS, or rather BSMT, medical or medical technology interns, batch 2, congratulations and God bless all of you.